Ryan Sider says Tioki arrive.
Ryan Sider says have Ina 2 bird arrive.
Ryan Sider says Dragon Belind 3 wow.
Elise One Creations says Ryan Tilda. Elise O'Hart.
Ryan Sider says Havana too high.
Ryan Sider says Teokithinko what happened to Aquarium Stream.
Elise Wong Creations says my tank has been having problems, sad face.
Elise One Creations says gonna go to the pet store tonight to get new filter.
Ryan Sider says date sob hope it gets resolved soon Prage.
Hello, hello. Hello, Ryan. I'm going to do the sand search, the rest of the body.
Ryan Siders says hello.
I hope the new filter would resolve my tank too, Ryan. It's been like that for a while already. I'm not happy.
Ryan Sider says Prage.
Thank you, thank you. I think...
Ryan Sider says for months. Tioki Terra Sweat.
For months, yeah, I guess once I kind of stopped streaming, that's when it started getting cloudy. I don't know what it is. A friend of mine theorized that the shrimps has been multiplying, so there's like a lot more waste that the filter has to go through, and maybe that's why. And we didn't buy a good filter to begin with either, so that could definitely be it. So that is one thing. We have tried different things. It's so annoying because there's like no. You go on Reddit and then they're like, okay, cloudy water. Okay, don't do water change, because if you introduce new things, then bacteria will grow. Because like they say that cloudiness come from bacterial bloom. But there's so many like mixed advice. A lot of people say don't touch it. A lot of people say do water change weekly. So we're gonna try the
Ryan Sider says Bryant Pet.
new filter. Yeah, the good thing is that the blessed thing is that
Ryan
the
Siders
water
says
the water parameters are okay. So the shrimps are okay. And the thing is, it's a tank, so there's like a lot of variables as to why it's cloudy, but we reckon it is a filter problem. Because I see my filter get dirty really quickly. So I think my filter is a little overwhelmed. So that could be it. So we're trying to do a whole body dragon. The last time I did this, I only had a bust to show for, and we turned that bust into a 3D print. Yay! So this one I will be showcasing it at Malcolm too. But I originally, and the plan has always been, I wanted to have a whole body dragon. Thank you. Yeah, the plan has always been I wanted a whole body dragon. But it's annoying. There's like a leaf cutter out there. So I apologize if you guys can hear. Do I need to fill this up? I actually don't know.
The bus?
No. So what, I wanted to make my job easier, and I wanted to cut off the claws of the dragon and paste it in
Oh, that's so
another.
cool. You cut it.
Yeah, but I'm like thinking, if I'm going to join it, do I need to fill it up? I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, you don't think you need to fill it up. It'd be better if it's hollow, right?
I
Unless you
don't.
want it weighty.
Huh?
Unless you want it weighty.
I don't understand. For what?
Printing?
I don't understand. If I want hollow, that's the printer settings. It's not Blender settings.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want any issues. So how you been, Ryan?
Ryan Cider says have Ina 2-sip water hydrate.
Hydrate? Why? You are right. We should hydrate. Let me get the reference image. Nope, no, not Sky Dancer. Sand Surge. So this is the... We're doing this one. This one's the female, I think. Yeah.
Ryan Sider says been procrastinating. Work has been slow because of it, but slowly getting things done. Tioki NOD.
Work has been slow. And I guess it has been boring. Okay. Okay. Drink water.
Ryan Cider says people think I think procrastinate because unsure and seems a bit difficult. Berlin 3 run.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah, I get when I'm unsure or I'm new to the project, I suddenly do much slower, a lot of hesitancy, which is what makes it so difficult. Okay. Let's see if this works. Can go wireframe mode. Sticking out a little there. Okay. Be gone, you. Okay. This is not full science. This is art. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. It actually looks okay. Hopefully that means it is good.
Ryan Sider says, do you only drink one serving of coffee a day?
Yes.
Having a 2-peak.
I drink only one serving of coffee a day, and I only try to drink twice a week. It helps me concentrate. Eesh. It helps me concentrate, but my body also can't take too much coffee. Yeah, I like if I take too much coffee for a long period of time. I get like really bad stomach aches. I get like adverse reactions, so unfortunately I can't drink often. If I could, I would drink more often. How about you? Can you drink more? Do you drink multiple times a day?
Ryan Sider says Tioki Nod, I drank 3 teaspoons of coffee.
I was
Ryan
watching.
Cider says anymore and it makes me worse.
Oh, okay. I was watching a video about coffee, and they were like, actually, did you know that instant coffee actually has less caffeine than freshly brewed coffee?
Ryan Cider says Tioki noted why.
No, I don't know why. That's all I got for you. I forgot. If they
Ryan
explained it,
Cider
I
says
forgot.
dates of the
Okay. I guess I can't leave you hanging, can I? Why does instant coffee have less caffeine than brewed? Okay. Okay, let's see. A cup of instant coffee comes in at between 60 to 80 milligrams of caffeine, whereas freshly brewed coffee made with grounds comes in at anywhere between 80 to 120 milligrams of caffeine. The reason for this is because caffeine is extracted from the ground coffee during brewing process, and the longer you extract it for, the more caffeine the coffee will retain. This also means that you have more control over the amount of caffeine you consume when using ground coffee, and you can choose how long you brew your grounds for, increasing or decreasing caffeine levels, and how much ground coffee you use when brewing in the first place. That doesn't explain why it has less caffeine. Ugh, bullshit. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ryan. You're never gonna learn. Why? I guess cause I guess they're freshly brewed, so you get more caffeine content. I don't know. That's all you're gonna get. That's all they seem to explain about. They didn't go into detail like, oh, is it because of the processing during the processing, and that's why you have like less caffeine, or no?
Coffee is made by making coffee and dehydrating it, so some caffeine is lost in the process.
something. Yeah. Sounds about white. I guess.
Hello world. So
Ryan Cider says my idea. The company put in less caffeine, so you gotta buy more to get your fix LUL.
that is you know, like the conspiracy theory of why there's no cure for cancer, because it's more expensive to treat cancer with medicine, like all the chemotherapy, because it costs so damn much.
Ryan Sider says Big Coffee doesn't want you to know the truth.
I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I am not smart. I am too lazy to find the solution. Oh no, to all my answers. Okay. I'm curious if I join this. I feel like I can't. What if in sculpt mode? You know, just everything just kind of goes in there. What kind of like stuff do you get from coffee? Do you get like the jitters?
Ryan Sider says Tioki Thinko I get distracted easily, might be unrelated LUL.
You get distracted when drinking coffee? How interesting. Because I need coffee to work. Okay. Ah, okay. Alright, I have come to learn slowly. There's a lot of check and balance I gotta do though. Ooh, I love that action. Looks kind of creepy though. Okay. I feel like we're actually almost there. Do we have the scales already? We do. Oh, okay. Okay, honestly, I don't remember how it looks like. Okay, we'll subdivide by 3. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Okay. So this one I think is 14. Ah. Okay. 14. Or is it 13? No, 14 feels good. See, this is what happens when I pause from a project and I don't do it for a while. I feel like 14, but it also doesn't really look like it. I feel like 14's my answer. Oh. Oh, actually, I think I remember now. I don't. Okay, I think we did a cross. It was like a 10, I think.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says hey Elise, hey Ryan.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says happy almost Friday, folks.
Hey, Maple. How are you? Someone's in a good mood.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says I'm very amused by my youngest cat. He absolutely loves eating leafy greens, ha ha ha.
Okay.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says he had silver beet and spinach the other day. XD cats usually don't touch that stuff.
I guess that's nice. In the sense that you don't have to worry about him eating leafy greens. You have a weird cat. It's your orange boy, right? Orange boys are weird.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says haha, he honestly ate my oatmeal once.
Do cats eat oatmeal? So weird. I don't mean to insult your cat, Maple, but you got a weird one.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says I think he's an undercover rabbit, ha ha ha.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says I love him and his quirks, ha ha ha.
That is cute.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says cats don't usually go for oatmeal, no.
Wish you kinda recorded it. 17.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says I mean, do your bunnies like oatmeal or any other human food?
Honestly, I don't think we give them human food. I mean, the only human food we give them is like fruits and vegetables. So we give them like carrots, lettuce.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says I don't suppose you eat in their enclosure. The oatmeal one was by accident. Toast literally jumped up onto my bowl and took a lick.
No, actually, I don't eat in their enclosure.
Maple Leaf Synthetries says yet, whereas my cats roam the house.
Sometimes I feel like cats are... I feel like bunnies are similar to cats, but I also feel like cats can feel very difficult because they can just
Maple Leaf Synthetries
jump
says
anywhere.
So likely that accidental, oh, you like eating that, incidents occur.
Yeah, I think usually for rabbits we don't give them as many foods because their tummies are so sensitive. So I don't usually give them whatever. We always have to like Google before we give them something.
Nick Likes says, hey Elise.
Hey Nick, how was your day? You were over at
Maybe
Plastic and
Elise
Tactics,
Petrie
was
says,
it?
haha, yeah, my older cat is very well behaved.
Okay.
Whereas the little rascal will do the thing you asked him not to do again and again, haha.
Ah, yes. It's like they somehow understand, which makes it even more evil, you know?
Nick Likes says at Maple Leafs and Petries, hey ya.
I don't remember my process. That's why I keep going back and forth. I don't know if it's this one. It's been a while. I forgot my process. But I feel like this is the closest.
Nick Likes says yeah, it was a nice afternoon at PNP. Actually it was mostly to get out of the house from my parents for the day. Was going a bit stir crazy with them over the weekend.
Ain't that life? I can't say I fault you for feeling that. I feel as much as we love our parents, it's always nice to get a breather from them. From anyone, really. I mean, you can't be... you can't always feel... You know when they say unconditional love? No, I don't think there's unconditional love. I think everything has its limits. It just depends what are your limits. Did I do 14? Jeez, I don't remember anything. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. It looks like 14.
Nick Likes says managed to block out all the colors on my Star Striders Voidsman, borrowing some paints from Robin.
Nick Likes says it's a great way to try out a new color without having to buy it myself first.
Managed to block out all the colors on my Star Striders Voidsman's borrowing some paint. Oh, that's so nice of him! Yeah. Is this usually like... one of the services, I suppose? Just to try it out. I'm sorry. I'm feeling so I'm so hesitated, conflicted about this because I don't know what is my formula. So previously I did the bust of this dragon and I needed time. And I wanted to go for... I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've always wanted to go for a full body and I just put a pin in it. I don't, you know, I was like thinking, you know, let future Elise handle it. And future Elise is now present Elise and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Nick Likes says yeah, you can go there to paint and borrow some paints to try. Probably don't use this method to paint a 1K army though.
You must be quite well known in the industry. I am so bad at like mingling. My social battery is just... I wish I had the energy to go and hang out at these spots, but you know, oddly, like I I feel shy. I feel introverted, and even though they're very welcoming, I don't know, for some reason it's just, I don't know, I just rather stay at home. It's just tiring. And now I forgot what was the one I used in the beginning. I think I used 10. No.
Nick Likes says, oh, I don't mingle though. Like I only did small talk with one guy beside me for a bit, but otherwise I didn't say a word to anyone but Robin.
Oh, really? Don't even know the other guy's name. So this was very interesting when I did my conventions. I had the honor of seeing different cliques, and I would say people who does board games in D&D, they are so friendly and really able to mingle. I think those are my findings. Like they can really converse or make new friends really easily. Because I feel like when I did the board game convention, I feel like I talk to a lot of people. But when I go to like cosplay conventions, I thought cosplay, especially when you are in character, you would feel more confident to talk to people and stuff like that. But no, they're very shy. I just look at their direction and they just fly away real fast.
Ocean Waved says I finished the hairpin finally, lol.
What? You mean the hairpin that you mentioned 3 months ago? Damn. About time. That's just my observation anyways. And I feel like, oh, you want to practice being rejected? I think just open up a store, open up a booth, trying to sell things. Bro, you even like breathe in their direction, they'll be like, no thank you. And I am truly humbled.
Ocean Wavy says yup.
Ocean Waved says lol, check our channel.
Oh, that looks pretty. I like the shine to it. And I'm guessing it's AI, is it?
Ocean Wavy says nah, that 3D.
Oh, okay. Why do 3D modeling when you can procrastinate by watching others? Hello, Aliga. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, I don't. I don't know what AI is. What are you 3D modeling, Iliga?
Nick Likes says I hate seeing those AI bank ads with the creepy smiling two wide puppets.
I have not seen that. Oh wait. Oh no, I think I see what you are talking about. No, I think I've seen those. I don't know about if it was bank. I thought it was like telecom advertisements. One of them is render in Blender and the other is render in V-Ray. Okay,
Nick Likes
cool.
says yes, Elcos do that too.
Yeah, no, there was one time I was driving and I saw the telco video advertisement about this girl in like a parachute or something, and I saw her eyes going like one of her eyes going like a 360 twirl, and I'm like, I had to take a double take, and I'm like, shit, I wish I could take a photo and make fun of that, like a video. But I don't want to cause an accident, so alas. But it's annoying AF. I think 100 plus uses... Was it 100 plus? I think 100 plus. There was like a whole stretch of their advertisements just like doing... They all use AI. I am very annoyed at how they are using so much AI for this. You know, apparently we have a DJ that's entirely made out of AI. Yeah, no, I read that. You want panties that you will add later.
Ocean Wave says that object can't really be made in AI, it's too unique, lol. I can teach the Ari how to make it though.
Panties are too unique. Man. Okay, I see it. They, humanizing financial services, bruh. Bruh, that's so funny. That's so funny. And then you use AI images, bruh. What are you humanizing? I'm sorry, but that is hypocritical. And that's a joke. Truly.
Ocean Wave says XD.
I am so confused.
Ocean
Like,
Wave
seriously.
says humanizing TTHERE bank saving from not paying for the commercial XD.
Yeah, true that. Just so sad. Malaysia is cheap AF. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I'm just trying to remember what I did before this, but I'm doing a terrible job, so... Because I don't remember it jutting out so much. Did I use, like, a different one? This is just me thinking aloud, okay? Don't... If I'm too annoying... I got nothing to say to that. If I'm too annoying, full stop. I think I did double, didn't I? I don't remember actually, to be fair. Man, what did I do? I can't really seem to find the continuation. Unless I did like that? Doesn't seem right. Okay, never mind. We'll just continue doing the other way because I really don't remember how. We're just gonna wing it, okay? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. If you ever see my things, like my creations and that and all that, just remember, I have no clue what I'm doing. Never have, never will. That is a lesson. Yeah. I think that is probably normal for everybody. I was like working in insurance once, and I was like talking to this guy, and like, and he basically said to the implication of, I don't, like, what if you don't understand the product you're selling? I'll just lie out my ass. Ain't that life, you know?
Nick likes
I
says
feel
he
like I
worked in
gotta
insurance.
mask it.
Hashtag Elise Law.
Yeah, that is one of my lore. I studied law. I have a law degree. But I didn't go into law. I studied insurance, and I worked in insurance instead. And then here I am chasing the dream. Working so much I'm being paid nothing. Because that's the dream. Your dream is the dream is surviving. Yeah, the dream do be surviving.
Ocean Wavy says, so one way to tell it not AI is that I can rotate the camera, and it consistent XD, also very specific unique object that repeat consistently are something that very difficult to generate. Since it not a common thing someone would see.
Save the dream. Very specific, repeat consistently. Yeah, no, because I remember you said you were like feeding AI how to do the hair clip or something.
Nick likes sets if you remember in Rogue One that Saw Gerrera keeps huffing a gas. It's gonna blow your mind when Andor reveals what he's huffing.
Damn. Andor, yes. Still have not gotten around to that. I'll be like that annoying friend that will just never watch the things you recommend. Oh my god, I'll be that friend. I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it, or okay. Ocean. Hey, Fafin! Oh my god, are we messing up your sleep schedule? But I was like the other time you did mention that you were teaching AI. I certainly hope you are teaching it your drawings and you're not taking other people's drawings to teach it. $17. Oh my.
Ocean Wavy says, well, that wouldn't be particular useful for me. Other people drawing don't have a butt big enough for Rainy.
That wouldn't be particularly useful. Oh, well, like, the peach stuff and all that. As in, like, the hair clips and stuff. Because I think I remember you showing the process.
Fafinabute says underscore you underscore not the one messing up my sleep schedule, Elise.
Is it your cat?
Ocean Wavy says, yeah, I never seen a peach hair clip Eddie or XD.
Uh-huh. No, but then, like, well, because I remember you used, like, a painting of a peach. is, you know, what if my memory serves right.
Ocean Wavy says, ah yeah, that reference. But that was on top of a drawing XD.
That was on top of her drawing. Well, so my point is that
Ocean Wavy says no peaches that but delicious.
I hope that you are using your drawings as teaching the AI and not other people's art, like the painting of that peach that was done by someone else, I reckon. I feel like I gotta make this smaller. Okay.
Ocean Wave says that one was done by ChatGPT on top of a 3D model XD.
Ah, okay. I see. Okay. Cool. Okay, I feel like maybe we can bring this out. More cylindrical and less boxy. What is this? I'm feeling hungry. $20.
Ocean Wave says I had to stop working on it though, like.
I don't think it's this one.
This message by Ocean Wave might contain a link.
Ocean Wavy says at this distance asterisk.
I guess like the only way you can see the details is a close-up. I mean, hairpins are very small. Is it? I feel like it's 24.
Ocean Wade says they're small, yeah, and intricate, lol.
Yeah. So I was pretty surprised that you put so much effort in a hairpin. But it is pretty.
Says I am a perfectionist.
Whoops.
Ocean Wavy says, well, it also the technique I can use for background a cityscape.
Oh, never mind. We do the scale first. I think it's number two. It's also a technique I can use for background a cityscape. Are we talking about the hairpin, or like how your work
Ocean Wave
process?
says yeah.
Ocean Wavy says the hairpin LOL.
You want to use the hairpin for a cityscape, or you mean you like one of the buildings will be like a giant peach?
Ocean Wave says oh no.
Ocean Wavy says I can use the techniques XD.
Oh, okay, got you.
Nick likes says Elise not being raided today. Her trade routes are secure.
I wouldn't mind being rated though. I
Ocean
wouldn't
Wave
mind
says
being
interesting
famous.
enough, then imported them into 3D.
But it's okay. I also enjoy a quiet afternoon. Just chilling with you guys. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I think it's nice when the things you learn are interchangeable skills. Okay, I'm gonna have to start. This is what I am not looking forward to. Okay. We got so many like save file in this one because I just have no idea what's going on. I never know what's going on. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you.
Faffinaboot says my fluffy buddy is here again, but he's not keeping me up either. Maybe making me a little likelier to nap on the couch than I'd otherwise be inclined to though.
My fluffy buddy is here again, but he's not keeping me up either. Maybe making a little likelier to nap on the couch than I otherwise been inclined to. Aww. Please give your fluffy buddy a big hug and a kiss.
Faffinaboot says I'm just having a bit of a low energy week. Hopefully nothing that persists too long.
Tell me about a low energy week. As a woman, I can relate to a low energy week. We call it, well, usually in climbing we call it high gravity day.
Very handsome Timeen hug.
Cause everything do be very difficult to move. He's very handsome.
Ocean
Aww.
Wavy says high gravity you call it.
High gravity day. I can reuse the hairpin now, just stick it in her hair like the Shin-chan one or other hairstyles. Yeah, that's true. Hurrah for technology. I really hope I'm doing this right because I am kind of scared.
Ocean Wavy says I think High Gravity Day turned Rainy into Shrek since she had bad cramps lol.
I hate bad cramps. But I found out that apparently I have a condition that makes me have exceptionally bad cramps. Apparently it's quite common among women. 30% of women has it. TIL.
Ocean Waved says, "Ah, damn."
Yeah, I have to take medication for it.
Fafinaboot says, "Pcos or similar."
Nah, mine is called adenomyosis, so not as bad as what's the other one? The sister one is the one you hear more often. Endometriosis. So apparently this one affects more common for women, I guess. So I have to take like birth control that has a high dosage, like a higher dosage of progesterone to help regulate the hormones. Ah, da 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 da. Oh my god, okay. Wish me luck, guys. I'm so scared. I'm doing everything
Ocean
wrong.
Wavy says I see.
Yeah. Endometriosis, I hear, is very brutal. Fortunately, I don't have that, thank goodness. Wait. Oh. Undo, undo. Okay.
Ocean Waved says, "Our art is trial and error. Like I redesigned the pin a couple times XD, that also why it took so long."
Fair. Trial and error, man. It's like, yeah, like what I'm doing now. I feel so like scared. Everything, I'm kind of worried. Like the whole back and forth thing. I don't like it. Slows things down. I mean, it's worth it in the end. You learn, you get the knowledge you need. But god damn. Sure takes a while.
Ocean Waved says, "Good thing about sculpting, you can always reuse the sculpting pieces lol."
That's true. Yeah. I feel like I have to start making a library of assets. So I can, you know. Start making my life a little easier. That would be nice.
Ocean Wavy says yeah, you need the data set lol.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like this is way too... Eesh. Wait, can I? Okay, I can still reverse. Okay. I think it's also the things that you always have to think about when sculpting with the intention of printing and painting is how difficult you want to make your job. Like this one, I think we're gonna get rid of
Ocean Wave
this
says I
one.
found an actual manga about cramps XD. That is character called Mrs. P that comes every month to beat you up.
Yeah, she's angry that you didn't get pregos. So it is a form of punishment in it. Okay, we're gonna just flatten this out. We don't want this, I think.
Ocean Wave
Make
says
better.
then she beat up the husband too for complaining about the wife.
Mm. What did the husband complain about the wife? Poor wife. Okay. Let's take this out of the
Ocean Wavy says he
equation.
complained about the wife being moody.
Ah.
Ocean Wave says XD.
Ayo. It's all a mess. Whoopsies.
Ocean Wavy says it a funny manga. I saved it for ideas for Shrek Rainy. Now I am going back to 2D XD so much faster than 3D.
You're going back to 2D? This is pretty nerve-wracking. But alright, we managed to...
Ocean Wavy says yeah, I am just sketching all the different appearances in flat color and line art.
I like sketching. Sketching is fun. Cool, okay. Then we bring in the hands. Okay, so far so good.
Ocean Wave says they're a lot of bad RE commercial in Malaysia now. XD.
Yeah, Malaysia is definitely not a country that appreciates art. Sadly. So we have a whole DJ that is made out of AI. I don't know how it works. All I know is the people don't like it. And apparently
__ says babyface dragon.
there's like I can listen. I don't know. Let me see. More than one, by the way.
Ocean Wave says oh wow lol.
Babyface dragon. I am actually like, this is the game I play. It's called Fight Rising. So yeah, so apparently this is one of the known ones. She is hella AI. I don't know how they function, like in terms of what is she DJing, because I don't even listen to radios anymore. So I know this is one of it. There's another guy one too.
Heliagat _ says it's okay, the religious nuts in America also eat AI up like it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't like it because it feels very... Yeah, this one is another
This
AI
message
one.
by Ocean Waved might contain a link.
Ocean Wavy says going to be all sort new scams XD.
Oh yeah, the scam train. Oh, I saw the Google's new one. Yeah, especially when they sound...
Man, the acceleration is crazy. You look far, step on the pedal, and you are there.
I feel safe with him in an SUV, and it seems to be like the right type of car for him.
I think the range is only
Ocean Waved says
only
the
going to
only
get
thing
better.
that gives it away is
Sorry.
people are too happy,
We
lol.
don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas cars.
You can see I'm kind of a misfit here, but don't tell anyone. I've just bought an electric car.
I think it's really great for families and for little babies with all the safety features that these SUVs have.
But what you're really seeing is that technology is going to be very, very important in terms of how we go forward.
It was great to come to the conference because my husband loves cars.
I think I have to buy an EV now. I love my muscle cars. But
That's really funny. She just got cut off. But yeah, I don't
Waved
like...
says, but to be fair, a lot of commercials are just like stock videos with a voiceover XD.
I don't like how it looks so natural now.
Ilyugar underscore says it sounds like AI.
To be honest, I feel like I won't be
Juliet
able...
underscore says people aren't that boring.
I mean, you can tell, like... I don't know, I feel like they do sound all, like, very... I don't know, similar, but I feel like I can be one of those people that would totally get... like... I'm not that good at telling the difference. Sadly. Oh, I shouldn't be so lazy. I should finish this. Finish the trail.
Ocean Waved says, well, they are in commercial though.
Yeah. I feel like they would probably say something along those lines.
Is killing the ozone layer faster, but the rich don't care.
What am I looking for? I never remember. Oh, is it 10? I think it's 10. Yeah, no, the rich never cares. I mean, like, they never say they'll do anything for the betterment of humanity. The reason why they got rich was also not for humanitarian purposes. It sucks, isn't it? Like, you can only be, like, it feels like to win in this world is just don't give a shit about anything.
Anyone, but there's a lot of slop out there still.
To be fair, a lot of people are killing ozone. Yeah, there's a lot happening. I don't know what's happening in America. And I can't, like, you know, just can't do anything but laugh, I guess.
Ocean Wavy says people where like regulations are killing revenues.
Ocean Wavy says dump environmental rules.
Wait till the whole earth dies and you got nowhere to live and everything's all toxic. And what can your money do then?
Ocean Wavy says we going to chill on Elon rocket to Mars XD.
Ah, if you can afford the price ticket. Or poor people will be here and to suffer from all the greediness that the rich has bestowed upon us.
Fafanabut says, who needs the environment when we have money to buy a good seat on the last cruise ship?
That's the problem. We don't have the money. Okay. 17. I thought it was 17. But I have a shit memory.
Ocean Wave E says the rich might get creative, they'll go underwater to escape it, let the surface dwellers suffer, lol.
Like Bioshock.
Ocean Wave says your LOL.
Ocean Wavy says exactly like Bioshock.
Okay, I think we can... Oh, maybe we can do like... just a small one. And a small one. That's not small. The small one? Do I understand the meaning of small? Okay. Can't seem to take directions, even from myself. Whoops. Okay.
Fafanabud says we don't have enough money for that last berth on the end of the world cruise, but we're not the ones steering the planet into the ground.
Yeah. The only solution is eat the
3D in
rich.
general is more time consuming, too much micromanaging XD.
Yeah, I get it. I agree.
Ocean Waved says they going to send the drones after you faffin lol.
Unfortunately, the rich has so much power. Excuse me. 2.
Ocean Wavy says XD.
Fafanabud says at Ocean Wavy only if anyone started listening to me Mikimachi LUL.
Oh, that's fair. You're too coochie rat. Time to mask up.
Ocean Wavy says that true LOL.
Okay. Now we add the scales. Whoops. Number 2? I think it's number 2. Yes, it's number 2.
This message by Ocean Wavy might contain a link.
Scale should get smaller.
Ocean Wavy says the leaves don't have a realistic shader, but it works for the shiny/ornament.
Alright, now we have no more symmetry to help us. Amazon is really spying on its workers using AI, preventing them from forming a union. Bro, that's so dystopian.
Ocean Wave says I don't know how to make a leaf shader properly XD.
If only anyone started. Okay, wait, sorry, reading wrong. Old messages. The leaves don't have a realistic shader, but it works for a shiny ornament. Oh yeah, that actually looks nice. I actually like the shininess. One thing that really tickles my doomer heart is that it finally dawned on a lot of rich buggers who got New Zealand to build their apocalypse bunkers. And their money was going to be useful in preventing their private security. That is something that's true, actually. I wish I could help you there, Ocean Wave, but shaders? Totally not my area of expertise. Also, I realized I have been working for 1 hour. I really need to take a break. I should save. Everybody save your progress. What's up, Fafin? Have you been doing art? What you been up to lately? Scales. Okay. I'm gonna go take a break. I will leave my bunnies to entertain you guys because I really gotta pee. I did not realize that. So yeah, and also the moment I say leave it up to my bunnies, the camera ain't working. Because that's how life be like. Oh my god, look at them. They're so cute. Anyway, I'll see you guys in 10, alright?
Bye! Says I've been working on something that I kind of ran out of momentum on. The more I look at it, the worse I feel about it the past few days.
Okay, I am back. Fafin say I've been working on something I kind of ran out of momentum on. The more I look at it, the worse I feel about it the past few days. Oh no. Ah, that sucks. I hate that feeling. It is not a nice feeling. Don't suppose you can start a new one? I wonder if I should give the bunnies treats. Inky's kind of scaring me at how deep into sleep he is. But yet...
David says I might. I like the idea and it came together pretty well, I think. It's just a lot of work to bring it all up to a higher quality.
Ah, okay, those kinds of problems. Has Inky moved, chat? I feel like whether I should give them treats, because I don't know. He's just been in deep sleep for so long. What sort of, what's the scene? Like, is it very complicating? Like, what are you doing that requires so much work? Is it like that it has a background as well, a very busy background and stuff like that? I feel like we should inflate this, because don't want it too thin when it prints out. I'm kind of worried. I'm so scared. I'm scared. I feel like every time when it transitions to printing, it always makes me so nervous.
I posted WIP snapshots to your arts channel, but I just posted the full version for ya.
Ah. Wow. That's a really nice piece though. It's going really well. What part you're not happy with? Though I don't know. I look at this and I think it's like I could call it done.
Fafin Abut says I think the pose is like a 6/10, where it felt like an 8/10 beforehand. And the hand playing with the crown feels very off.
It's not off. I mean, I would say physically it's possible, but it's like I do see your point. Like it's not like I guess instead of like this, maybe like some fingers, like you gotta be a hand model. You gotta think like a hand model. So you just gotta like have a few fingers, just kind of like just lift it up, you know.
Neighbor says it floats in a way that I don't think it would naturally. Smiley face.
I think think it makes sense. But like, you know, as artists, like, you every time when you see mangas, comic books, their fingers, there's always like a little pinky that always goes up. You'll always see this in comic books and mangas.
The hand further down makes more sense.
I feel like putting the heel of the other hand further down. I don't think it's necessary though. Like, so for example, like, I guess kind of like a crown. Like, you know, you just like, this is the crown and you're like that. So it does make sense. You know, physically, it makes sense. To me, at least. That's how I feel. Physically, it makes sense. But I understand if you want to make it more aesthetically pleasing and all that.
Fafinaboot says, yeah, that's how I felt about it. I might just be looking at it too much now though, tongue poking smiley.
Because now, Fafin, you're improving so much that you're starting to be very critical of your work. This is a slippery slope for a lot of artists. I think it's good that you're looking at your work and the need to improve upon it. I think it's a good skill to have, but also make sure it doesn't bring you down so much too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you can always... Ooh, yeesh, that's ugly. But you can always play around with it. Do some sketches. Play around with the pose and stuff like that. So, in continuation of my comment about comic book, okay, sorry, I was looking at Inky. So in continuation of my comment about comic book,
says, yeah, I hear ya. It felt like something I was happy enough with to really want to try doing a really good job with, but that's also kind of overwhelming.
I feel you. I totally feel that. So yeah, sorry, to continue my comment about comic books and mangas and how I noticed they always like to make their fingers, like the pinky always like stand out, you know, all that. I like aesthetically it's pleasing, but sometimes I also look at it and I feel like it just physically does not make sense sometimes, you know. But they just want to make it look very dainty and stuff like that. I wouldn't say like not physically possible, but I just don't think it's practical. I don't really have like a clear example or like a particular scene, but yeah, art imitates life. So, you know, like, or for example, superhero, they're you can see a little bit, so you can see like you know, for example, superheroes, they're not always going to be so buff that you can see every single muscle, but because it is fiction, they make that happen, you know. But all the time instead of when you're drinking tea, yeah, exactly.
Ocean Wavy says, yeah, lol.
So yeah, you see this, like all these like movements of dainty fingers going in and out. Like, okay, I don't know, I see this, right? Who does that? Who has their index finger but like your fourth finger is like that, and then your pinky is all the way out? Who does that? Like, who has their hands like that? But it looks very beautiful, but I just like it in real life. It's not practical. So yeah, that's like one of my one of the things I notice when I like learn how to draw hands is like whenever I look at mangas, I'm like, what? Who does this? Who? Okay, and then you gotta separate the pinky. Okay, who does this with their hands all the time?
Says, well, trying to make the hands look PhD.
Yeah. Or Punishes, who's so buff in Marvel Rival he can't leave his arm or go to the toilet. It's so interesting. Like they make superheroes to look so buff, and how that has transcended into our modern day expectation of what it means to be lean and muscular. Because our expectations of what is lean and muscular these days is highly toxic and unnatural. Like you literally have to take steroids to look like that all the time, and that's not good. So I think it's really sad. I mean, it's complicating. Also, how they get these shots of Thor and Wolverine on other, yeah, exactly. It's so unhealthy for the actors themselves, and I feel bad
Ocean Wave
for them.
Well, that's why they're superheroes. Regular civilians aren't superheroes.
Yeah, but people don't see it that way. That's why people are taking steroids to work out. It's sad. They have like a skewed perception of what it means to look good.
You need to cut the way you do for bodybuilding competitions. They can only maintain it for a few hours at a time, so they have to plan the whole shoot or competition around hitting that window.
Yeah, they'll do like, you know, water weight or the water shredding. Make sure they like put oil on themselves so they'll look shinier. Make sure they kind of pump themselves up, you know.
Fafinaboot says professional fighters do a similar weight cut, and the number of times your body will allow you to do it over the course of your career is limited, so that's basically the window you have to fight inside.
I don't know. I personally, I don't know. I feel when it comes to my body, I'm in it for the long run. I want my body to take care of me as much as I allow to take care of it, you know? Yeah, that's just my personal preference. I like to grow old and not suffer. That would be nice. I don't want any repercussions.
Fafinaboot says it's like you can do a heavy cut 10 to 15 times total in your lifetime before it just won't work that way anymore.
Yeah, I was very surprised when Hugh Jackman returned for the role of Wolverine for Deadpool, because I remember he was complaining how he had to prepare his body for those muscular shoots. Yeah.
Now we reverse the aging in a mice. Took a mouse and we degoshed it and turned the same age mouse into a grandpa.
Ocean Wave says reversing aging asterisk.
I actually combine squats and gym with Dragon Ball for Rainy, but it's like they do squats and martial arts to reach next level power.
And one was really old, lol.
They're working on reverse aging now. We reversed the aging in a mouse, took a mouse and we de-aged it and turned the same age mouse into a grandpa. Is that for reals?
Ocean Wave says yeah.
That is cray cray.
Ocean Wavy says LOL, it was on the news.
Ocean Wave says we've made of strides into this.
Ocean Wavy says we also food that jellyfish tea hat doesn't die.
Oh yes, that one I know, the immortal jellyfish.
Ocean Wavy says it just reverses its own age.
Limwick says translating from mouse studies to results in humans is a big hurdle though.
Fair. Yes, I agree with that. And also, I don't know. Here's a thought. How about you take care of your body? You know? Exercise, good
Ocean
diet,
Wavy
you know,
says
just
true, but that
saying.
goes from realm of fiction to plausibility.
Just saying, that would be nice. Also, hello Limwick, welcome to the stream. How are you today?
Limwick says I can't sleep.
You can't sleep? Oh no. Are you here to just chill? I am. May my stream be boring enough for you to fall into slumber. Yo, yo, yo. Why is there so many messages? But that goes from realm of fiction to plausibility. That's true. I mean, I feel like people want to do that just because they can, you know? What's the dragon for? Oh, I like dragons. I'm a dragon girl. I play this game called Flight Rising. It's kind of like, imagine Neopets, but for dragons. And I am just doing a fan art. I like doing fan art on 3D and then print them and paint them. Yeah, so
Ocean Wavy says a lot of the answer to our medical issues are in animals XD like elephants.
I feel like a little bit of Elise lore. How I learned in sculpting was because my brother taught me how to paint tabletop miniatures, but I was just so angry that there wasn't anything I want to paint really. I mean, I don't want to paint.
The only continuity adult to adult is the cell line.
I don't want to paint like soldiers. I want to paint dragons. I want to paint fantasy animals and unicorns. So that's how I learned how to sculpt, because I want to paint whatever I want. And also because if I sculpt it myself, then you know, it's cheaper. Warhammer prices? Hell no. Okay, anyway, sorry. Continuing. A lot of answers to our medical issues are in animals, like elephants don't get cancer, they're immune to cancer. It's pretty wild, but only same species can do a perpetual life cycle. I mean, it's like that, what do you call that? The quote-unquote de-extinction of the dire wolf.
The difference between it returning to an early stage in its life cycle and cloning via mitosis is marginal.
It's like the de-extinction of the dire wolf. It's not de-extinction, it's just making a gray wolf white is what they did. And yeah. So, who knows? No, I'm good, thank you. Okay.
Ocean Wavy says people felt scammed.
People are...
Ocean Wave says we got to bring back the woolly mammoths.
We gotta bring back the woolly mammoths.
The dire wolf thing is really a regular wolf with some dire wolf-like traits.
Yeah, it's just basically a gray wolf that has a makeover. A genetic makeover. I don't know why. I mean, like, even when I first saw it, it felt very... it felt kind of like too fictional. And then when, you know, they explain, like, oh, it's just kind of like a dire wolf. It's just like a gray wolf having a makeover, and I'm like, yeah, that feels more in the realm of possibility. Okay. Okay. This is the part. Well, okay, they're all pretty scary.
Grimwick says woolly mammoths don't have a habitat anymore though. There is not much point de-extincting them if they don't fill an ecological niche anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Faffinaboot says there's talk about trying to breed mammoths back up to the thawing north might actually benefit from them again, and polar bears might be a suitable predator for them as well.
Yeah, I just feel like...
We want to make Jurassic Park XD.
Yeah, I'm with like Ocean. I feel like they're just doing it because they want to do it. It's not like, oh look, we care about the you know, the animals. I think it's just more of like a status, like, you know, rich people stuff, as per usual. Let's make this small.
Ocean Wavy says they're going to do it for an amusement park.
I mean, that's what humans are, right? Like, they just want the to be the first one that said, I did it.
For specific era in Earth history.
Oh, that's a big ass horn. No, we don't want that. We want a small one. A small one like that. Let me see. Okay, I feel like maybe we should do though. Sometimes it's kind of hard when you have a PNG and you have a still image of the dragon, but you don't have any other angles. Maybe a different asset. Am I using 20? Yes, I'm using 20. Yeah, okay, let's stick with 20.
Faffinaboot says thank you, Elise. By the way, it does help to hear that the WIP is coming along better than I think.
Aww.
So I'm sticking out.
I'm glad. Yeah. I actually really like it. Because I like the pose you chose. I think it's a challenging pose. Number one. Number two, I like the color scheme. Yeah, you're just... give yourself more credit, Faffin. You're doing great. But I totally get it. Sometimes you... But yeah, you know, sometimes when you reach that point where you start challenging yourself, you can be your worst critic. So I totally get that too. But it's nice to know. I hope you find the mojo to finish it. Because I do think it's a very nice piece and you should continue. Okay, we should stop here with the little one. Hey! Xavier! Yo, Xavier, I finished this. I finished the squirrel study. I want to show you. Where is it? I don't remember. Okay, it's here. I finished the squirrel study. I can pass you the file as a thank you for...
777 says, whoa.
I'll pass you the image file as a thank you for suggesting. Sent! That's adorable. Thank you. Thank you. I made a list. Where is my list? I actually... you'll find it. Where's my list? Yee. Okay, so Xavier was the first one he said. Oh, okay, Fafin, since you're here.
Fafin says bless you.
Yes, Dark Fox sneezed. So Xavier recommended squirrel. Mr. Q, sun bear.
777 says bless you, Foxy.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suggestions. We're doing some studies. Mostly, I've been doing sketching studies, but I also realized that in terms of like digital art, I'm pretty weak when it comes to like lighting and coloring. And I don't know why. Okay, like see, this is my shortcoming. I don't know why. For the longest time, I absolutely refuse to do studies. I think because like, if I have time, I'd rather make proper art, masterpiece art, you know, rather than doing studies, because, you know, studies are lame. But I've come to realize how absolutely wrong I was. And that, in fact, it is absolutely vital and actually fun, you know, if you give it a try.
Says practice is boring.
Yeah, well, practice is boring, which was the kind of mentality I got myself into. And then I started doing it. And it's actually fun. It's very, I guess, in a way, laid back because you got no... Well, so Control, another person that's in the stream, he likes it because there's no stress. There's no stress for it to be perfect, as opposed to if you were to finish a full-on art piece. And it's just loosey-goosey, you know. So I kind of get that now. But before this, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I was kind of like that. Practice is boring. I don't like it. Why? Why? Why can't I just be good? Alas, it is not like that.
Fafin Aboot says you eat.
Trust me, Fafin, I know. Why can't I just be naturally gifted? Sometimes it's like, yay.
Practice is doubly hard too when you're spending your energy on that instead of paid work too.
Practice is doubly hard when you're spending your energy on instant. Yeah, exactly. That's my mentality for the longest time, which is why I never do art, never do studies. So I think that's mostly the why. But then now I realize that these studies, I also can make them into, I wouldn't say paid work, but they are for my Patreon, which I have already scheduled the rewards for the month of June. So if you guys do want to check out my Patreon page, and thank you, Fafin, for being one of the valued supporters. I really appreciate it. I went to the post office last week. So hopefully you will get your goodie, your little letter. I love letters. Well, when you get something in the mail that is not bills. That's very nice. And I like that it's like a handwritten letter and a wax seal stamp. So that's like how I imagine that I would like to receive my letters. So yes, that's why I kind of like that for my patrons.
I'm a little sad because the Canada Post strike means I'm going to have a bit of an Elise letter delay for a bit.
Oh my goodness! Why is there a strike? Is the government not paying the post people enough?
One is the highlight of my month. Tongue poking smile.
I'm glad. I'm really glad to know that like the letters bring a smile to your face. I'm like, sometimes I don't know what I want to write about, so I just end up being like, I just write like recommendations of things I've watched or something.
Says Dark Foxy, time to write some letters again.
Cannot, we live under the same roof. Yeah, he can write a letter, right? He can write a letter. He got his earphones on, he's not hearing me.
Faff in a boot says yeah, typical labor dispute stuff. They had a small strike a few months back and came back to the table with a temporary contract or something, or were legislated back to work potentially.
I hope they get the pay they deserve because honestly, I feel... Damn. Sorry, I forgot to paint this nail. I feel like, you know, how... I just kind of feel like how underpaid you gotta be to the point where you actually go, that is enough, and do a whole strike, you know what I mean? And post people, very important in our daily life. They are super essential. And I hope they get treated good.
Faff in a boot says your employer would always like to treat workers like crap and renege on their pensions and stuff. Sometimes you gotta strike about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sad world. It's a sad place we live in. It's just... how shall I say? It's just one of those things that is just... the way how it naturally goes. Like... nepotism. And like, I don't know, I feel like, yes, I don't like nepotism, but if it were to happen to me, I mean, let's just say I won't be mad. Like, to get those kind of opportunities.
Faffinabot says yeah, it's hard to be against nepotism when you're the nepo hire.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things. That's how life is, you know? I feel like it's easy to hate the system until you're benefiting from the system. Like, I feel like, oh, you know...
The boot says same as it's hard to want to help poor people when you're not poor anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's sad. But it's true. Okay. Yeesh. I'm getting kinda scared. I've never made a whole dragon. I don't know. I'm just kind of afraid of the logistics of turning this into a print. I am almost done though, which is like, yay. The last one that I'm dreading to do are the fins of this dragon. Okie dokie, time to draw.
Zabierkel777 says better get your guns ready people, Elise is going to draw her gun, Kappa.
So lame. Ooh, Xavier, have you tried applying to Here Be Dragons?
Zabierkel777 says yes, but was too late. They said applications closed already.
Man, that's so sad. If there's another opening, I'll be sure to let you know. Oh, my pleasure. Hmm. Okay, I am kinda not looking forward to the fin part. In fact, it's the ultimate thing that I'm like despising the most here. Okay, bam. Alright. Now, it is time. Okay, I realize I also have yet to take a break. Okay, so okay, let's take a break.
Commissar Crazy says bunnies.
Fafanabut says Timeen Hug the buns are very happy. Xavierkel777 says, crazy.
Xavierkel777 says at Fafanabut Eli so heart Xavier 139 Pat.
Hi, Fafin. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a good rest. Also, hey, Kami-san. How you doing? Yes, we have little bunnies for ya. Also, there's kombucha on the kitchen countertop.
Sorry?
There's kombucha on the kitchen countertop.
Thank you.
Okay.
20 already, Gigi.
Okay. Okay. Let's go raid hen. Thank you everybody for being here.
Zayurkle777 says thanks for the stream.
Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And yes, thank you for always doing with the commands. We are gonna rate Hen, which is the friend of the channel. Yeah, and all the links are there. Thank you to Xavier for the resub and my mods, also the wonderful Xavier and Streamlabs. All links are down below. If you want to support me, you can do so by commissioning me or subbing to the channel, or check out my Patreon page. I also have online store on Etsy. You can stay up to date with my Insta and YouTube, which Xavier also commanded the link. We are going to go rate Hen, so you can copy and paste that message. Thank you so much, Xavier. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow night. Bye.